Are you ready for a zero equipment needed full body workout? Well then let's go. It's episode number 6 of SweatNBass. Welcome back to SweatNBass. I'm Coach Ryan, and as I'm a certified personal trainer, I've been working out for over 10 years. I've helped hundreds of clients of different shapes and sizes to hit their goals. We're gonna begin this workout today with a 4-minute warm-up, starting with some hand release T push-ups. For those hand release T push-ups, we're gonna get down to a normal push-up position. I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the ground, put my hands straight out to the side, come back to the middle, and push up tall. Make sure you have enough room on each side of your body. That way you can make sure you get that full T position. Awesome, we're going 6 of these. 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. Then from there, we're gonna go into forward lunges, 6 on each side. So stand up nice and tall first. We're gonna go down to the forward lunge and back to the beginning position. Bringing that opposite arm up from the, I guess you could think, knee that's on the ground is gonna be the arm that's up in the air, or opposite knee that's up and opposite arm that is up. Awesome. What was 6 again on the other side? This is 4, 5, 6, and finally 6. Awesome. And then from there, we're gonna have 6 bird dogs. So for your bird dogs, we're gonna be down on the ground. We're gonna be in a kneeling position with a nice flat back, almost like we're doing a plank, except for our knees are gonna be underneath us. Then from there, I'm gonna stick my opposite arm and opposite leg straight out in front of me. So what it's gonna look like, it's gonna stick it straight out, and then back to neutral. Straight out, back to neutral. Trying to get as parallel with the ground as we possibly can for these. Really what we wanna think while we're doing these as well, keeping that core nice and tight. Good. That's gonna be 4, 5, and 6. Oh, excuse me, actually, after this one is going to be 6. Awesome. Perfect. And then from there, we can go right back into those hand release T push-ups. And make sure we got enough room on the side, down to the push-up, release, and up. If you need to, go ahead and do these on your knees. The biggest thing on these is that release. So we're trying to release all tension in those shoulders, in those pecs. So that way when we're pushing from the bottom here, we're not just bouncing into the movement, we're going nice and smooth. We're using all our muscles here for those push-ups. And one more here. Awesome. Again, go back into those forward lunges. We got about 2 minutes left in this warm-up. Awesome. And 2, and 2, and 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, and finally 6. Awesome. Back into those bird dogs. These bird dogs are a really great beginner ab movement because similar to a plank, we're only focused on keeping that stability in that core. So by doing this position here, you see I'm kind of wobbling a little bit, and I want to try to prevent that wobbliness or contracting that core muscles. Really think about nice and smooth movements, not really rushing through these bird dogs. Awesome. It's gonna be 4, and 4, 5, 5, 6, and finally 6. Cool. See how much time? We got 30 seconds. Let's knock out a few more push-ups here. And release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally, let's get 6. Good. Awesome. That'll conclude our warm-up for today. So going into this workout, this is gonna be a pretty straightforward workout. It's also really nice because we're gonna be able to go at our own pace today. So how this is going to work, it's gonna be 20 minutes total of actual working time. We're gonna have 2 blocks. We're gonna have block number 1 and block number 2. Each block will have 4 exercises. We will go for 5 minutes of that 4 exercises. Then we will take us a quick minute break. And then following that, we're gonna go into that second block. Again, 5 minutes on those exercises. Take another quick break, come back to block number 1 for 5 minutes, and then back to block number 2 for 5 minutes. And that's the entire workout. So very important for this workout today. Our goal is we're trying to go at a pace that's reasonable, right? So we don't want to just be taking our time, but we also aren't looking to just necessarily rush, do as many reps as possible. 5 minutes is a long time with zero rest put into the actual workout. So because of that, if we're just going as hard as we can the whole time, by the end of the first 5 minutes, you're gonna be burnt out and not really have any energy left for the rest of this workout. So if I go a little too fast for you today, feel free, slow it down, go at your own pace. Just make sure you're still listening to me, hearing the tips and tricks that I point out. That being said, I'm gonna force myself to slow down enough to make sure that it's a doable pace and you can go along with me. You'll see, I'm going to put in some breaks for myself. Like I'm actually gonna take a break here and there when I'm getting out of breath, because we wanna move these or go with these movements with some purpose. We're not just, again, rushing through them. I want to be feeling my muscles contracting. I want to be feeling these movements in the right body parts. So it's very important for today. It uses your brain a little bit more, but honestly, it makes it a lot of fun. So for block number 1, start with those Spider-Man push-ups. We're on the ground. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring one knee up to our elbow, and then I'm gonna bring the opposite hand forward, go down to a push-up, and then go back to the beginning, forward, push up, back to the beginning. We'll have 4 of those on each side. Then we're gonna have a heel raise, close stance squat. For your heel raise squats, I'll go with some variations on how you can raise those heels up in the moment. But for right now, so we can have our heels raised up slightly. Then from there, go down to a squat, and our feet are also gonna be a little bit closer than they would normally be for a normal squat. From there, we got our commandos, going down to the ground. We're starting a push-up position, go down to a plank, and then back up to the push-up. That's gonna be 1 rep there. Then finally for block 1, we got our tri lunge. For your tri lunge, you're going to do a forward lunge, a lateral lunge, and then finally a reverse lunge. So as you can see there's only 1 lurking leg for that movement. Again, I'll go into that in a little more detail in a second. For block 2, we're gonna have our lying T-scap retraction holds. It's kind of a weird one, but since this is a no equipment workout, it's gonna be a little bit harder to do some back exercises. This is a great one though. So laying face down the ground on that T position, I'm going to raise, trying to pinch my shoulder blades together, hold for 3 seconds, and then come down. Awesome. And we're gonna have 10 of those with that 3-second hold. Then we're gonna have some dead bug taps. We're gonna be laying on our back, going for a core movement. I want my lower back flat on the ground, arms straight up overhead. I'm then going to do opposite leg, opposite arm. I'm going to tap behind and then front and then back to that start position. Kind of like those bird dogs we were just doing, just reverse on our back. Then from there, we're going from a good morning to a lunge. We're going to start up tall. We're going to have our hands on our head. From there, I'm going to think about like I'm doing RDL. I'm going to stick my butt back behind me, and then I'm going to come back tall, and then go right into a lunge. Then back to beginning position, good morning, into that other side of the lunge. And then finally, we're gonna have our Supermans. So we're gonna be on our stomach here. For those Supermans, we're gonna think about raising our arms up, our legs up to the ceiling, contracting that lower back, and then back down to the ground. Raise and down. Awesome. That's gonna be all of our exercises for today. Again, I'll give some tips and tricks as we're going through this workout. It's gonna be a nice one. Make sure you grab some water, and I'll get right back to you. We'll get this bad boy going. All right, let's rock and roll here. We're gonna go into that first station. Remember, 5 minutes of a running clock. So if you need to, again, I wanna reiterate, take some rest periods here and there if you need to, but try and keep up with me if you can. If you can, that's awesome. That's the way to go. Alrighty, let's do this. We're gonna start out 5 minutes. Let's go into those Spider-Man push-ups. So again, start in the push-up position. I'm gonna reach one hand forward, bring that other knee up to that, basically that elbow position, push up, and then back to beginning. Forward push-up, back to beginning. If you need to, go on your knees for these. That's still fine. What we can do, bring that knee forward, leave that knee on the ground, hand forward, push up, just like that. Awesome. Want to make sure we're not pulling our joints out here. So go at your own pace, take it easy, don't overdo it for these Spider-Mans. We have 6 on each side. One more here, and 6. Good. Those ones are really, really tough. I ain't gonna lie. I love them though because they really help get those shoulders into a range of motion that we're not used to with normal push-ups. So it just really helps strengthen up those shoulders while also still getting a good push-up movement. All right, from there we go into that heel raise close stance squat. Again, we can take our time on these. I can yab and gab, whatever you want to say, a little bit in between these exercises. That's okay. So for this close stance, a heel raise squat, if you have these little wedges, great. You don't need these though. Again, this is a no equipment needed. I guess you could count this as equipment, but hey, everyone has a towel. If you don't, you should probably invest in one. So for this, you can just put a towel right here, put those heels up on that towel, gives your heels just a little bit of a raise. Then from there, I still think about pushing my knees out to the side, go down to a squat, and then tall. We have 10 of these guys. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So for this one too, another good one is if you have some weight plates. This is gonna work a little better than a towel. Not everyone has access to these though. But with these weight plates, same thing, just raises those heels up just a little bit. It's a little bit sturdier too than that towel. When the front position, this is what it's gonna look like. And one thing about pushing those knees out to the side, make sure we're still getting nice into the deep squat there. Awesome. And then let's get into those commandos. We got 10 reps on these. Start in that push-up position. Elbow, elbow, up, up. 1, 2. I like to alternate. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Awesome. For those guys too, my alternating, I just mean whoever side goes down. I usually go down the one side, down the other, then up on that same side, up on the other. However you do it, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're just kind of alternating it, that way you're not working one side harder than the other. Awesome. Still got some energy here. Let's get into that last one, which is gonna be those tri lunges. All right, make sure you have enough space here. So we're gonna need a lot of room. We're gonna start with a forward lunge. When you're doing these, think about planting one leg. So in this case, I'm gonna plant my right leg, and then I'm just gonna keep that leg planted the whole time and only move my left. So go forward into that forward lunge on the left, to that lateral lunge on the left, then finally into that reverse lunge. Awesome, I'm gonna do 3 on that same side. And 2, 3, 3, and 3. Awesome. A little more advanced version of this, try to see if you can kind of balance on that leg that entire time. So forward, keeping balance, to the side, keeping balance, whoa, and then finally to the rear, keeping balance. Hard to balance when you're thinking about it too much. Awesome, let's do this. To the side, to the rear, forward, to the side, and to the rear. Good, awesome. When you're doing these as well and going that lateral lunge, I want to think about dropping that hip into the ground, this groin region. So if I'm going out to the side, I want to think that I'm trying to push this groin into the ground. You'll see here from this side view that as I'm doing this, I'm not trying to scoot back like this. I'm trying to push that knee forward and kind of let my hip drop into that heel. So I want to think about line from that hip to the heel. That's kind of my goal when I'm going into those lateral lunges. If you lean too far forward or back, kind of doesn't really help because then we're missing out on that hip activation. We're really trying to get those hips open up during this movement. Okay, back up to the top with our Spider-Man push-ups. Oh gosh, we're out of time, else you're having too much. That's fine. Again, we're not looking for the amount here. We're just looking to keep moving and trying to make sure that we're getting these reps with some good form. When we get to round 2, we'll definitely pick up the pace a little bit. 30-second rest here. We'll add some water. And this is like maybe your second time doing this workout, if you've already seen it once, then go ahead and just don't listen to me and just keep going. Maybe just listen to me in the background a little bit as I'm telling you. But more than anything, go at your own pace that you're feeling comfortable with. All right, let's get into it. Lying T-scap retraction hold on the ground. On that T-pose, hold up. 1, 2, 3, down. Up. 1, 2, 3, 2. Up. 1, 2, 3, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 5. Up. 1, 2, 3, 6. Up. 1, 2, 3, 7. Up. 1, 2, 3, 8. Remember, think about squeezing a pencil in the middle of your shoulder blades there. 9, and finally up. 1, 2, 3, 10. Good. Awesome. Then from there, we're gonna get into those dead bug taps. So for the dead bug taps, we laying flat on our back. Think about pushing that belly button into the ground. Hands up overhead, legs up overhead in this 90-degree angle. We're looking like a dead bug, hence the name. And then from there, we're gonna go opposite hand, opposite foot down to the ground. Big thing on this one, do not let that belly button try to leave the ground, or that lower back from leaving the ground. So if you're arching that low back too much, push it down to the ground. That's where we're really gonna get a lot of this movement. We're going 8 on each side. It's a little bit of coordination needed for these guys. Awesome. I call that 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, and 8. If you can't necessarily get that stretch if your shoulders aren't flexed enough, you can't exactly touch the ground, that's fine. Just go to a range of motion that feels comfortable for you. Awesome. Then from there, we're gonna have those good morning 2 lunges. So for the good morning lunges, hands on your head, you go into that good morning, and then into a forward lunge. Into the good morning, into that forward lunge. Awesome. Forward lunge, good morning, forward lunge, morning, forward lunge. We're thinking about kind of collapsing that middle, stick your butt back behind you. Awesome. Shoot. Now this one was 8. I'm supposed to do 10 before, but that's totally fine. We're getting those reps in regardless. Awesome. This will be 5. And 5. 6. And finally 6. Not finally. 7. 7. 8. Awesome, one more here. And 8. Good. And then finally, we will have those Supermans. For those Supermans, we're gonna be lying flat on the ground, and we're gonna be working on that lower back a little bit. So, arms straight out in front of you, legs straight behind you. We're gonna lift both up in the air, squeeze that butt, squeeze the lower back, and down. Up, down, up, down, up, and down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. There we go. Awesome. Let's see if we got me at 30 left. We do a few more of those lying T-scap retractions here. Alrighty. Flat on our stomach, arms out to the side there. We're gonna go up, 2, 3, down, up, pinch that pencil, down, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, up, and 10. Good. And lie our back, go into those dead bug taps. We'll do 10 this time. Let's get it. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and finally 10. Let's go. Nice. And we got 10 seconds left. Let's get up. Let's do some good mornings. How about that? Hands on your head. Stick that butt behind you. And tall. Difference between good morning and RDL is RDL, we usually have the weight in front of us. Good morning, we have that weight on top. I know we're not using weights today. We can still simulate it with our hands here. Awesome. We have 20 seconds. Make sure you take that rest period. I'm just checking to make sure all my equipment, oh good, it's working well. We are good to go. Grab some water. Go back to that block one. I promise I'll go a little faster this time. We'll get a little bit more of a workout in. Just like talking too much, I guess, which kind of why I like being a trainer. It's fun like that. All right, now in those Spider-Man push-ups, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. I did 6 again. Instead of 4. That's fine. If you stopped at 4, I'm happy there as well. Let's go with those heel raise, close stance squats. I'm gonna use my little pads this time. These guys are great. I love using them for these movements because they just work well for the ergonomics of your feet. But again, feel free to use that towel. Close stance here, so a little bit in from the hips. Let's get it. Knees push out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Whew. Man, squats, no matter how much you work out, still kick your butt, I feel like, a little bit. All right. Whew. Hey, quick breather. Again, let that heart rate come down just a little bit. We'll make sure I'm using these commandos with some good form. Keeping a nice tight core the whole time. If you're heavy breathing too much, now there's a little bit of theory of like, if I'm breathing really heavy, learning how to use my core while I'm breathing. Heavy breathing, wow, is a good skill to learn. That being said, also for our sakes, our purposes, making sure we're in a good position to work it properly, it's gonna be a little bit better. So, get started at push-up position. Let's get it. Down, down, up, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Remember, if you need to as well, feel free to do any of these movements on your knees. It's always the easiest solution if you're doing any sort of push-up position movement. Just go down to your knees for them. All right, let's go with that tri lunge. Let's get it. Get ourselves some room here. We'll start right leg planted, forward lunge. To the side, to the rear, to the fore, to the side. Take it back out, y'all. One up this time. Anybody know? Okay. And final one here. Good. All right. And other side, let's go. And that rear lunge. 4, to the side, to the rear. Forward, to the side, and to the rear. You might notice my side lunge when I'm going out to the right, it's a little bit harder. I actually have less mobility in this hip than the left hip. That's very common for everybody. I work a lot on it to get better, but if you feel like it's that way for yourself, no worries. I got to. Everybody's got some sort of differentiation in their body, even though it might not seem like it. They do, trust me. All right, let's get into the Spider-Man push-ups. We got a few, minute and a half here left. Let's get it. Only 4 this time. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, and finally 4. Good. Woo! All right, and go in those heel raise, close stance squats. Hey, quick breather. Nice deep breaths. Try to calm that breathing down. Best you can, try to stop yourself from doing those shallow breaths. All right, 10 reps, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Whew. And let's see, I'm gonna Yeah, we can do some commandos. Let's push it. Come on, guys. We got this. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Woo. Oh. We'll call it good there. Grab some water. Congrats. We're done with block number 1 here. Let's go. Nice thing about these blocks that work is you might notice block 1 is more of the anterior or the front of the body. So if I cut my body in half this way, it's gonna be the front of the body. So we have a lot of pushing movements, and we also having that close stance on those heel raise works our quads a little bit more, so the front of our body. On the second block, we're working more of the rear. So we're working on our back, and we're working on the hamstrings and the glutes. Kind of a cool thing I got set up, so going to the front, to the back, full body each time. Let's go. Line T scap retraction holds. Got 10 of these guys. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, finally 10. Good. And go into those dead bug taps. Phew. All right, laying on the back, hands raised, arms raised, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, going 10 this time. 5, 6 on each side. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And go those good morning 2 lunges for 8 on each side. Let's get it here. Start the hands on your head, pulling over in half. Good morning. Into the lunge. 1, 2, and 2, 3, and 3, 4, and 4, 5, and 5, 6, and 6, 7, 7, 8, and finally 8. Woo! There we go. Quick little breather. You might notice too that when I count sometimes I'll just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, even if it's on each side. And sometimes I might count and go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. It doesn't really matter how you want to do it, honestly. I like the 1, 1, 2, 2. I think it keeps me a little more focused. And that way I always know what side I started on. So that way if I want to switch what side I start on the next round, I can do that. Just for whatever reason, I think it's a little easier, but again, it doesn't matter. It's however you like to count. If you can't count to 20, you should watch another video. I think you should get some education. I mean, I guess we count to 20, so you don't really learn it here, so screw it. Watch this video instead. I changed my mind. All right, Supermans, down on the ground. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, finally 10. Good. And we can stay here with one of those T scap retractions. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10, nice. Let's go. Woo. Alrighty. Oh, back arm back. We got our 10 dead bug taps. Alrighty. Again, make sure you push that lower back into the ground nice and tight here. Oops. Opposite arm. There we go. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Come on, keep going. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. All right, guys, we got 25 seconds. Let's push it. Come on, good morning lunges, let's go. Good morning, lunge. Good morning, lunge, let's go to the end. Lunge, good morning, lunge. Good morning, lunge. Good morning, lunge. I guess it's old school good morning, because I guess you're bowing each time. I didn't even really think about that until now. All right, keep going. Lunge, morning, lunge, morning, lunge. Keep going. Almost there. Woo! Come on, push it. Whew. Oh, wait, we're done. My timer didn't go off. At least I couldn't hear it. Oh, goodness gracious. I was like, wait, there's no way that was more than 20 seconds. Okay, there we go. Awesome job, everybody. Way to go today. Whew. You know, that one was a little bit harder than I thought it was gonna be, which is good. I plan these workouts all out. I make sure I practice the movements and everything, but I do it for the first time with y'all so I can kind of experience it the way you are. This really helps me when I plan for the future. You know, I'm not just like doing on my own and focused in, talking during it, and that way I can really kind of experience how you might be experiencing it for that first time. So I really like that one. That was fun. Again, zero equipment for this one, so makes it nice and easy. If you made it this far, and if you like this content, you keep on seeing more weekly workouts, I apologize if you've been following me in the past 2 or 3 weeks. I haven't put out a video. Just a lot of life stuff's been happening. Trying to get everything in order. You know, that's just life sometimes. I was still working out on my own, not as much as I usually do. But you know, that's the nice thing about fitness is it's always there for you when you need to come back to it, even if you need to take a little break just to get your life sorted out. But sometimes, honestly, the best thing to sort life out is to just go work out. I mean, I've noticed a lot of times in my life when I'm just really in my own head or I have a lot of stuff going on, if you just carve out that extra 30 minutes in your day, even if you're super busy, just get in that good workout, push yourself, see how much you can accomplish. It always makes you feel better coming out of it no matter what. So yeah, awesome job today. Again, if you could subscribe, that'd be awesome. Stick around, we do got a quick cool down, kind of stretch everything out, and I'll see you there in just a second. Nicely done again, everybody. We're gonna get into this cool down section, stretch our hips, stretch out our back a little bit, and get our heart rate down lower here. So we're gonna start out into a 90-90 shin, or 90-90 with a shin reach. So a 90-90, we basically have 90-degree angles with both of our legs. So knees are gonna be pointed in the same direction here. I kind of just point this knee at this foot, and then this one just kind of naturally comes out in front of me. We're gonna sit nice and tall at first. I'm then going to take this shin on the front knee. So basically if both knees are pointing this direction or pointing to the left side of my body, then I'm going to reach out over that side. So I'm just kind of following the arrows with my knees. I'm gonna pick the middle point in my shin, pick a dot, or pick a spot, I should say, out in front of me here, and I'm just gonna reach to that spot. So let's reach out, and I'm gonna hold for 30 seconds. Trying to really reach into it, drop that body down. Should feel a nice stretch on the outside hip. So in this case, it's gonna be my left hip. I really feel a good stretch there. Awesome. Good, awesome. And then to the other side, we flip it around, just basically put both knees to the center, or both feet to the center, and then flip it around here. Again, go in that middle point of the shin, you'll reach out for 30 seconds. Try to control your breathing on here, on these. Think 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Keep reaching a little bit further if you can. And time. Good. If I'm not perfect on my time, I'm just counting my head while also talking, which if you haven't tried it, it's quite difficult. All right, then we're gonna go into a calf stretch from a push-up position. So we get into that push-up position here. I'm then going to push my foot on the heel of my other leg. So in this case, I'm gonna be stretching that right calf. If your butt kind of comes up in there, that's totally fine. I actually find it's a little more comfortable that way when I'm not putting too much stress on those shoulders here. And then from there, I'm gonna think about pushing and driving that heel on the ground. Not only am I pushing it a little bit with the other foot in the leg, but I'm also actively thinking about pushing my heel down. So I'm actively trying to push that right heel on the ground. You want to actually activate that muscle in that downward motion, not just push it with that foot. Otherwise, you'll just just kind of really push that toe into that one heel and it won't feel very good. Really, it's just there as some extra added weight. So really think about just pushing it down, getting a good calf stretch here. And switch. I actually have incredibly tight calves, something I've had my entire life. So doing a lot of calf stretch is really good. One thing that really changed my mentality genuinely was thinking about actively pushing that heel on the ground. It's not just a passive stretch. It's really an activation of that calf muscle as we're pushing it down. So really think about, again, push it down. And time. Good. And then finally, we're gonna have our child pose lat stretch. So we're gonna be stretching out that latissimus dorsi muscle, fancy term, but we just call it lat in the weightlifting terms. Basically kind of this back muscle, looks like your wings. A lot of people call them like the wings of the body. So it's gonna be right here along the side. How we're gonna do this is we're getting that child's pose. We'll start like we're doing those bird dogs, and then we're gonna sink our heels back, or our butt back into our heels, excuse me. Then from there, I wanna think about dropping one shoulder into the ground. So basically try to take this armpit and push it into the ground while keeping both my hands flat like this. So I'm gonna push it into the ground, I'm gonna kind of twist sideways just a little bit. So face the camera here. So I'm gonna just twist just slightly. You can see twisting with the T-spine of my body to get that armpit into the ground. We're gonna hold it. And then also, as you're doing this, slowly sink that butt back a little bit further while keeping that hand in place. You'll feel even a little bit more of a stretch. Good. Hand back up to neutral. And let's get that other side. Drop that shoulder and armpit into the ground. Once you feel a good stretch, just sink that butt back a little bit more. And good. Awesome. There we go. Episode 6 is in the books. Nicely done today. It was a really fun one. Stay tuned next week. This workout, we're gonna keep the same format. So we're gonna do this block 1 and block 2 again. But next week, we're gonna do a little bit more weights. So we'll require a little bit more equipment, not a lot. I'm gonna keep it fairly simple, just with bands and dumbbells mostly. And then the following week after that, we're actually gonna take up even more of a notch, and we're gonna go with a very equipment, or I should say very equipment heavy, but a lot more equipment heavy than any video I've done so far. So don't be afraid, if you don't have all the equipment, I'm gonna have some different exercises you can do or variations that will work just as well. But again, I wanna try to start bringing in a little bit more equipment here and there because a lot of people do have access to it, and a lot of it isn't that expensive. At the end of the day, as much as I do believe you can get a great body and get in great shape with just bodyweight exercises, adding that little bit of resistance training, so training with either a weight or a resistance band, some sort of resistance of some kind, does have its added benefits on top of bodyweight training. There's a lot of studies showing both have good benefits for different areas of life. But for now, that is it. Great job today. If you liked the video, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode of SweatNBass.